about the powers accorded to the bank and the governance that it does, right?
Yes.
Can we find out what's the status of the Bank Negara's demand to 1MDB to repatriate the 1.8 billion US dollars that it went out for JV with the Petro Saudi deal? What happened to that demand?
Yes, that is still ongoing. We currently now have made that request, and I can give you the dates of it. That on the 14th of August, actually, we revoked the 3 permissions that we gave, and then we then issued a directive to them to repatriate this amount of monies. And in October, they responded to us and saying that currently these funds that are overseas are earmarked to repay their foreign debt, and they are earmarked for their current restructuring. So Bank Negara has indicated its willingness to accept this, but would issued for them to submit to us documentary evidence. We have required them to provide documentary evidence to substantiate their response. And this is not, at this stage, we have not received that documentary evidence. And therefore, within a certain timeline that has been stipulated to them, as it's being assessed that they have not fully complied with the bank's direction, the bank is pursuing appropriate administrative enforcement action as allowed to us by the laws under which the bank operates. And the bank has commenced the due process required under the law for this. So that is the status now.
What was the deadline given to them to come back with the supporting documents, actually?
That date has expired, and therefore that is, as a result, we are now in the process of pursuing the appropriate administrative enforcement action that is allowed to us by the law. And so that is where the status is.
What kind of what kind of actions can be taken against them actually in such a situation? I mean, since the order has largely been ignored, I mean, for the lack of a better word, is there what kind of avenues that's available to the bank, to the central bank in this issue, to make sure that they repatriate or at least listen and give the supporting document that you needed?
It will involve some penalty, compound, and other recommendation of other enforcement. But all this will, of course, have to go through the process. And the process involves also obtaining that Bank Negara doesn't have the powers to enforce this, and therefore other authorities will have to look at our recommended administrative enforcement action, and then make the assessment. So Bank Negara has not yet submitted this, and it plans to submit it. And during the remaining part of my term in office, that submission will be made, and the outcome will be known.
What were the excuse given by 1MDB for not able to surrender its evidence on this, not able to repatriate their funds?
You said they did not respond to the...
I think the governor has already highlighted their response as to why they can't repatriate. They did say that whatever money that they have left has been earmarked for debt repayments and for their debt rationalization program. And the documents that we have requested following that response is for them to submit the evidences to substantiate their response.
No, I mean, what were the reason that they gave you not able to come up with the evidence that, I mean, before the deadline?
For us, the fact is they have not been able to furnish the documents that we have required. So
Yes.
that constitutes, non-compliance with our direction. And as
Yes.
such, we have commenced the necessary due diligence to take the next step.
They have not provided us with the reasons why they are not able to provide. And in any case, in an ongoing case like this, we are not at liberty to really engage in discussion, because any misrepresenting of the case might actually affect the outcome of the case. So at this stage, you just have to be patient, and I've already indicated that we are finalizing this, and we will take the necessary actions, because the main reason why we want to do this is we want to uphold the integrity of the functioning of our financial system, and therefore the rules and regulations have been put in place to be complied with, and all companies, regardless of who the shareholders are, have to comply with these rules and regulations. And that is where Bank Negara is coming from. And actually, there is, while some like to think that Bank Negara's rules and regulations are very extensive, and however, there are limitations as well. So we require other agencies also to be part of the conclusion of this whole matter.
Tan Sri, I have two questions also. Just now I asked you the question that recently Tan Sri Muhyiddin made statements, say that before he was removed, he said that he met you and you told him that money repatriated from Cayman Island did not go into BSI Singapore, and that 1MDB have flouted financial law. And then second question is, since you talk about your successor, I mean, recently there was a report claiming that Tan Sri Edwan might be your successor. I mean, Tan Sri, just before that you said that it is not advisable for a politician to become the governor. What about someone from the executive?
Your first question, yes, I never had a meeting to specifically discuss that. We have many interactions with him. I was part of his cabinet committee on cost of living, and I was also, we are establishing a business school in collaboration with the MIT Sloan Business School, and as a result we had to go to the Ministry of Education and get their approval, including his approval on this matter. So I had many engagements with him on several occasions.
Tan Sri?
Yes.
On BSI?
Yes.
I mean, Cayman Island fund?
I don't carry any of those documents relating to the accounts and all these. Staff come and they brief me. I don't recall these numbers and specifics. So in that sense, if I did discuss with him, it was more broadly on what was happening, and that was quite some time ago. And perhaps even at that stage, I don't have that kind of detail that you are mentioning.
I'm just curious if any of the foreign authorities have actually approached Bank Negara Malaysia with regards to investigation into 1MDB, if any of the, say, the Swiss or the Singapore or US, any of the foreign authorities have actually approached Bank Negara for cooperations? Thanks.
Under our existing law, any mutual legal assistance by any foreign countries would have to go through the Attorney General chambers. That is the Mutual Legal Assistance in Criminal Matters Act, which specify the AGC as the authority under which all requests would have to be channeled through in Malaysia.
All these investigations, it has been concluded and the AGC has made a pronouncement. So we don't want to comment on this anymore.
Yes. First of all, there was a discussion, but I don't recall that it was in such detail. Secondly, Bank Negara did submit the conclusion of the investigation and submitted it to the Attorney General's chambers, and they have concluded that it is
No further action.
that no further enforcement action would be taken. Now, as a result of that, we cannot anymore make further comments on this insofar as 1MDB is concerned. And what we are doing now is, under our laws for Bank Negara, relating to the 3 approvals that we gave, and that is the follow-up action we have taken. And this follow-up action is not related to what you are referring to. That case has actually been concluded because the Attorney General has concluded that case already.
So,
And therefore, this is an administrative action, and it is with respect to Bank Negara's rules and regulations. And we would like to see these rules and regulations being complied with, not only by 1MDB, but everyone else who's doing business in this country.
Actually, I know you may not like it. What do you want to tell Tan Sri Muhyiddin if he just continue to, use AG, former AG or governor's name to to make a political statement?
All I can say is, I'm not going to be drawn in to make a political statement. I'm not going to allow Bank Negara to be drawn into the politics of all this. I'm only concerned with having the rules and regulations of our financial system being complied with, and that is what is important.
Executive personnel as next governor?
Pardon?
Executive personnel as the next governor. What is the pro and cons?
This is something that is ongoing. It would be incorrect for me to comment. All I can do is prepare this organization so that it retains its organizational resilience to whatever happens. We, of course, wish for the right decision to be made, to have somebody highly qualified and who will step in the job and be able to do the job quickly without having a long learning period to taking over the business at hand.
Ashri, this is Gaji from Malaysia Kini again. Last press conference I attended in November, I remember you saying that, those corporate which did not follow the instruction of BNM, beside the action taken, BNM has a right to revoke others' license.
No, we don't have the powers to revoke license of other than financial institutions.
So this is the final actions from BNM
It's
in dealing
yes,
with the 1MDB.
Yes, that is under our powers.
Okay.
But if they have breached others, it will powers under other acts that don't come under Bank Negara.